Are you ready for a game of catch-up? I am Koinsola Adetumbi, and this is your favorite program, The Diaspora, where we bring you up to speed with stories you may have missed during the week. Now, as we all know, the world has not recovered from the COVID-19 pandemic. There is an estimate of 3 million reported cases globally, with over 900,000 recoveries and unfortunately some 200,000 deaths. The federal government of Nigeria is working tirelessly to contain the virus. With an increase in the number of cases in Nigeria, please adhere to the preventive measures. Let me share some of the measures with you.
For now, the best and most efficient way to avoid getting infected is through regular hygienic and sanitary practices, as well as social distancing. As individuals, we remain the greatest weapon to fight this pandemic. By washing our hands regularly with clean water and soap, disinfecting frequently used surfaces and areas, coughing into a tissue or elbow, and strictly adhering to infection prevention control measures in health facilities, we can contain this virus.
Stop the spread and do not be the link. Now, we implore you to please stay safe and adhere to the rules in order to avoid the spread. Now, we cannot but appreciate our health workers at home and abroad who are endangering their lives for each and every one of us. This is worthy of commendation, and we do not take you for granted. Now let's listen to a message of goodwill by the Chairman CEO of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission for the heroes and compatriots around the world.
Hello everyone, and here's wishing every one of us, our Muslim brothers and sisters, Ramadan Kareem. First, I want to start by paying our deepest condolence to all those Nigerians in the diaspora who have lost their lives to this pandemic called COVID-19. At least 26 Nigerians in the diaspora have lost their lives. Some are in the front line of the battle against COVID-19. Some are fantastic Nigerian professionals doing great things all over the world. But guess what? They're gone now due to COVID-19. Please accept our condolences, and also our condolences to all those in Nigeria that have lost their lives to COVID-19. Now, on the issue of evacuation of stranded Nigerian travelers abroad, for which we are being bombarded with, again, I apologize that up till now, no Nigerian stranded travelers have been brought home. However, it might just be very soon, as the Minister of Foreign Affairs will give further directives. So we await further directives from the Minister of Foreign Affairs on the evacuation of stranded Nigerians in the diaspora. Once again, accept our deepest apologies. We understand your pain and torture and the hell you're going through. But I believe very soon we'll hear from the Minister of Foreign Affairs on the next steps to take. As we gradually approach the era of easing the lockdown, we appeal to you to obey the laws, to obey the rules and regulations, stay safe.
Thank you to the chairman of Nidcom. Now, how are Nigerians in the diaspora coping with the pandemic? For some, like Mr. Kennedy Ekezie, he would rather journey back home from the UK to spend this time with his loved ones and family members. Mr. Ekezie is an outstanding Nigerian in the diaspora who is a serial entrepreneur and the founder and chief executive officer of a technology company called AfriCave. He was also awarded by Queen Elizabeth II for his outstanding contributions across the Commonwealth. He was also a recipient of President Obama's Young African Leadership Fellowship Award. Now let's listen to Mr. Ekezie as he talks to us about how he has been coping with the pandemic.
One of the first things I did to cope with it was to actually fly back home and hunker down with my family. So I'm seated outside of my home right now. and staying safe as much as possible, trying to stay indoors and to cooperate with the authorities. It definitely hurts to be indoors, and I know for many people livelihoods depend on the ability to go out, but we rather should be safe than sorry, and our life is the most important thing. And together, when we band together, we're going to see through this very effectively. Of course, it's really good to be home at this time with my family, with people who I love and care about, because of course this is a mentally turbulent time too for many people. Just staying indoors and being pushed out of our daily routine is one that requires a lot of support, and so being with family, being in Nigeria, is something that means a lot to me, and I take it as a gift, and I'm thankful I'm able to say so. So as some of you may know, 2 summers ago I received the Queen's Young Leaders Award from Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth of England. So what that entailed was invited to Buckingham Palace to meet with Her Majesty. And simply put, what the Queen's Young Leaders Award is, it's an award that was given out for 4 years, so between 2014 and 2018, by Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth. And it's an award that's given out to young leaders around the Commonwealth who are contributing to building social enterprises, building businesses, building non-profits that are contributing to peace, social and economic prosperity in their societies. And I was one of the final ever recipients of that award. So what that means is, after I received the award has never been given out and would never be given out by the Queen anymore. That was the final one ever. And it was such an incredible experience. So not just meeting Her Majesty herself, but getting the opportunity to spend time. So went to 10 Downing to meet with former Prime Minister Theresa May, met with captains of industries, what was with a really incredible cohort of people from around the Commonwealth, right? And that was a gift in itself. And a lot of the friendships, relationships I've made since then have metamorphosed into professional relationships, and some of my best friends have come from that experience. So it was one that definitely was a big push for me. And the bigger question is, what am I going to do with that, right? And how are you going to use that to influence the community where you come from, your country, and make it a lot better? And for me, that's what I'm committing the rest of my life to doing. So currently I'm building AfriCave, which is a company that I co-founded, and it's simply a company for global organizations to hire the best software engineering talent from Africa. So as we know right now, there's a huge global shortage of software engineering talent. However, there still exists an enormous bias when it comes to hiring African talent.
Now, another Nigerian, Miss Denise Williams Ajayi, who is the founder and chief executive officer of Silicon Valley, California, talks to us about how small businesses have been affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. Watch this.
Hi, my name is Denise Mobolaji Ajayi Williams. I am the CEO and co-founder of Silicon Valley Nigeria Economic Development Inc., SVNED. I'm addressing people of my country today. Ekaro, Sanu, Kedukodi, Odema. I'm reaching out to everyone from Silicon Valley, also known as California, to talk specifically about COVID-19 and the strategies that we are taking on. The businesses that are most impacted by the impacts of COVID-19 are the small businesses. So your small restaurants, your recreational activities, your sports, entertainment industry, movie industry, music industry. Everything has been put on hold for the safety of humankind. So what are some effective strategies that has worked in California? Right now, California, under the leadership of Gavin Newsom, has directed various mayors to address their cities, either via email or virtual town hall meetings, to check in on a bi-weekly or weekly basis with the community. This way we can manage the intensity. People within the community have a voice to talk about areas that have gone unmonitored and unchecked. But we have found that the mayors, talking with people during the town hall session, informing them about updates, about new strategies on how to contain the virus. But what has been most effective is the participation of people and individuals like yourself. The support that so many people have offered to frontline men. Frontline men are your hospitals, your nurses, your doctors, those that work within the administrative staff or any parts of the hospital facility taking care of the immense amount of patients coming in to get checked or get treated. Another thing is the shelter-in-place order. The shelter-in-place order only allows us a single individual from the family to go to the grocery store every week while they're maintaining their 6 feet apart distance and maintaining their social distance. We are required to wear a face mask in any buildings throughout the Bay Area counties. In addition, you can also wear gloves to further protect you from contacting the spread or giving it to someone else. A good practice is to wash your hands with soap and water for 20 seconds and make sure that your surface counters are disinfected, frequented areas are swept up and clean, and getting rid of any trash or anything that could, that germ can live on or germs can spread. So it's all about the containment of spread and maintaining your social distance apart from everybody else. SBNet has been very helpful with making sure that small businesses have outlets and funnels and access to grants, venture fund, or angel investment funds, so the ideas aren't going unnoticed. We focus our energy on those that have an expertise in tech. So a lot of companies that are doing very well right now include Zoom technology. I'd like to see our own version of Zoom, originated from Nigeria. Google Hangout, TikTok is doing really well, which is just a social media website. It's actually came from Asia. So a lot of people are social distancing and capturing various activity throughout using TikTok challenges. So here's a chance for Nigeria to, stand up and be one of the top players in the application streaming. Obviously, Netflix is number one. Everyone is spending their time online watching and streaming videos. Do we have our own platform for streaming Nigerian movies? And is it accessible to people within the diaspora? So there's so many opportunities in delivering apps and small businesses that were formerly in-house dining have converted into pick up as you go. So like the implementation of things like Uber Eats or Caviar or DoorDash. Things like that have been very successful throughout the lockdown and keeping people sane. And then there's the Instacart where you can actually shop for food online. All of these brands are very prevalent within the U.S., but I'm very curious to see what my fellow Nigerians are doing and what leading applications are out there and how are we as Nigerian citizens supporting that app and making sure that we're downloading and we're supporting our own. So thank you so much. If you are one of those startups who need any technical support or venture funding or grants or NGO nonprofit, we work with every single individual, including those that are looking for jobs. We work on professional and training development, specifically in the industry of tech. Again, my name is Denise Mobalaji Ajayi Williams. Thank you so much for your time. Keep safe, stay home, wash your hands, and maintain your social distance. That's the best way to defeat COVID-19. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you, Ms. Williams. Now, Nigerians in the diaspora are asking for global support to help raise funds to fight the COVID-19 pandemic. Do well to give your bid. Here are the details. I am excited to share with you good news from our Help from Home segment. The Nigerian lady who was put up for sale on Facebook some few weeks back by a Lebanese man in Lebanon has been rescued and is now in safe hands. She is currently in the Nigerian mission in Beirut. Meanwhile, the Lebanese man, Mr. Wail Jero, has been arrested and is facing prosecution.
And the person that I'm working with, he said that he can't pay my salary again. And I said that if you know that he can't pay my salary again, please take me back to office. And he said no, he can't take me back to office. She took me to another person by himself. And I said no, I can't allow you to take me to another person, that I'm not working with you again for your place. And you're supposed to take me back to office. And he said no, and I ran out and shouted that, took me back to office, I'm not working with you again. And she took me back to office, and the office accepted that I'm not working again. I said yes, I'm not working in place again, but I work by another house. And the players I'm living before, he didn't give me Wi-Fi, he don't accept me to be using the phone. I don't know that, I don't know the thing that is happening. Is Facebook.
So, are you now still with the agents, or they have already gotten you a place where you are working now? Are you working somewhere else now?
No, office volunteer the place that we work.
Okay, you have not started working up to now.
I started work.
Where?
Friday.
On Friday.
Yes.
Okay. So, who is the grantor? What is his name? The new.
The new person.
Yes.
Is Miriam.
Is Mariam?
Yes, Mrs. Miriam.
Is she a Lebanese or a Syrian national?
She is a Lebanese, and she said that her husband is living at Nigeria.
Where in Nigeria? Her husband lives in Nigeria. Where?
Yes, at Lagos.
At Lagos.
Yes.
That is good.
What is the name of the?
What is the name of the husband?
I don't know the name of the husband.
Okay, so how much is the salary you agreed with the new this thing? How much is she going to be paying you every month?
She don't even tell me that the money will pay me, but we know that all the maid that is working at Lebanese is $200 they used to pay us.
What is your name?
Peace.
Peace.
His full name?
Peace from Abuja,
You are from what state?
from Delta State.
Are you married?
Yes,
How many children?
3 children.
What is the name of your husband? Your husband, yeah, what is his name?
My husband name is Kazim
Kazim, from what state?
from Ibadan.
He is currently living in Ibadan, or
He's living in Tibati.
is he a civil servant or a businessman?
No, he's a businessman.
He's a businessman. Where? Which area in Ibadan? Where does he live in Ibadan?
Akpete.
Akpate.
Yes.
Okay. House number what? House number what?
Address?
The address.
Address.
Yeah, maybe house number.
Number 15.
Okay, number 15.
Which street? Which street?
Number 15. Akodu area.
Akodu area.
Yes.
Okay.
Kudos to the federal government of Nigeria and the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission for facilitating her safe return. We will bring you updates once she is returned back to Nigeria and is handed over to the relevant authorities.
My name is John Adam Smart. I'm from Kaduna State. In 2017, I traveled to Kenya, hoping for a better life than what I have here back home. But it turns out very bad because of documentation issues. I ended up landed me in prison. I spent 6 months in prison. Thanks to Nidcom, Kaduna State Governor, and Rosalind Edbinobi Foundation, the Nigerian High Commission in Kenya, for facilitating my return back home. We have so much opportunity here back home, and if you ask me, one thing I think I would have done different is to stay back home and use the knowledge, the skills I have to contribute to the growth of Nigeria, which I believe is going to impact other African nations better than living home. So my message is simple. If you have to travel, it has to be necessary, and travel the right way. If not, just stay home. Let's grow home, love home.
Nigerians are still breaking grounds globally. Our own Oyeleye Latifat Abiola has emerged the best medical students in Ukraine. Let's join in on her interview with Brainiac Column. Watch this.
Actually, it's like a series of emotions. It's not like just one. At first, because I didn't get to see it myself first, I was told because I was in my room doing something. So I was like, it was like very unreal. I felt maybe there's a mix of something or someone else is still going to come up with a better result in another place. So it wasn't unreal. But when I found out, when it finally dawned on me, like, okay, yeah, it's true, I was happy. Happy not because I got the highest mark though. Happy because I put in a lot of work and then I saw the result from my work. You understand? The result of the hard work I put in. And apart from that, I was also happy that almost everyone of us passed. I was happy for my friends. I was happy for our teachers that taught us a lot of things and then they got to see the results. So I was happy generally. Then after like 2 to 3 days, I started feeling pressured when I saw a lot of things in the media. Like I was like, will I be able to live up to the expectation of this thing? I was just very scared, and because I know the future has a lot of things and stuff, and this is like just the beginning. So I was really scared, but all in all, I'm very grateful to God and I'm happy.
Aha! Hello, how are you? All right, now I wait for Diaspora and I get stuck with this money. Not be you wait the bariga or the mushi or makoko. Hold up. Yeah. Okay. When I see this link, now for now waiting for Diaspora. Where see the doubt whether follow in Nigeria? Hello, don't think about it. This link, it go carry you direct, go the place where we say it go help you choose which investment you want to do for Nigeria. Any investment, whether na waiting, whether na bank shares, whether na agriculture, whether na real estate, whether na stock exchange, any investment you want to do. Make sure say you click on because anything fit happen for Diaspora anytime and it go better. Say if you come Nigeria, you go get where you go relax and you get investment to fall back to. Hello, make sure say you click on because you won't say what? Eh? Where that?
Hey, okay. See, make I help you click the link.
Make to click waiting. When we say na Ambiolo primary school you go. You know yeah when I talk say now for people waiting for Diaspora. People waiting for Diaspora, what are they called? I know they are called diasporans out there. Let me talk to my diasporans people. Make sure say you click this link, oh yeah, to betterment your life. Because you both say what the investment in your country, in Nigeria, is a forever life betterment. Thank you. You see the here, if you like say you don't get job for filling station, you see the here, go, no.
Thank you for staying all through the program. It's been worthwhile. And in case you have anything to share with us, please do not hesitate to do so as we expect feedback on our show. Remember, you can reach us on all our social media platforms. On Facebook at Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, on Twitter at Nidcom_gov, on our Instagram page at Nidcom_gov, and on our website at www.nidcom.gov.ng. You can also join us on DSTV at NTA Network News on Friday at 10:30 a.m., on NTA International on Tuesday at 6 a.m. and 10:05 p.m., on NTA News 24 on Friday at 2:30 p.m., and on Sunday at 11:30 a.m. You can also join us on WAP TV on Monday at 10 p.m. I remain your host, Koinsala Adetumbi. See you next time.